Look it up when we get home. Oh yeah, the shark that Pope calls venomous.
Yeah, Wahoo brought up a sour point for me in the year.
Lost one GoPro and then we lost a whole set of microphones.
All right, guys, welcome back to SaltyGillz. We are towards the end of the season here. We got a couple more weeks of possible trolling, but we figured we'd sit down and kind of talk about lessons learned, things we liked, didn't like, what we did well, what we didn't do well. Sorry about that. Talk was one of those things, but
communicate.
Yeah, communicate. Yeah. But we didn't get out on the water today because the weather was a little marginal, so we're just kind of reflecting on our season. I guess for me, what's the biggest thing out there that affected our season this year for you?
Offshore is just the conditions.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
I'd say the conditions, and simply because we're coming off a couple years of, I had fish dialed in, 71.5 degree water. We had billfish, we had mahi. We knew that the who were loving on the 69.5 degree water. They were staying on the colder range of it, and we were hammering them. We came off a year where we brought more mahi across the boat in a couple trips than fish cleaners saw their entire year cleaning commercially.
I think one thing for me, we talked about this, but we two summers of La Nina. We were talking about this, and so that's changed the water temps. The currents have changed a little bit too, and now if you're paying attention to the news, they're talking about an El Nino year coming back. So what's that going to do to us next year? So we're thinking about that already. But here we are, into September almost, and we really haven't seen the push of mahi and the summer who and all that. People are catching a few here and there and some billfish out there, but it's been an off year.
Why did we do what we did this year versus pursue what we had done so well at last year?
Well, I think the biggest thing we did is we jumped into the swordfish game, right?
We jumped into the swordfish game to produce action for ourselves, but also in a slight way to produce action for y'all and to keep bringing fish into the boat. Is we knew stepping into this, hey, look, didn't have a whole lot of experience sword fishing. It's something we're going to try. Hopefully we can get good at it because it's something that's attainable every single trip to go out there. They're dealing with completely different conditions 1,800 feet down. And just because the surface temp for the top 50 feet column of the water isn't perfect for mahi or billfish and it leaves them scattered, we can still go do this. We can still go be successful, and we can figure it out.
That's kind of what you need to do in Texas. You can go out there and troll all day, but if the trolling's not there, don't waste the gas, right? Let's go to the sword grounds and let's do something different. Deep drop, do something different.
We've had very isolated trips, and then to step into what we stepped into this year. You're talking about you'd never seen a swordfish, never caught a swordfish, never swordfished. You've never been swordfishing, never caught a swordfish. I've only done it twice, I think, before this year.
Right.
And to just jump all the way into it,
it's a steep learning curve, but I think we did pretty well. We figured it out fast, using some techniques that we're trying to give to you guys. We watched some other YouTube channels. What have these people done in the past? Shout out to Booby Trap. Some of the videos they have on there. Those guys started it all in Texas, so we took a lot of their techniques and applied it. So
Blake Rigby and Louisiana is setting the bar so high for what's going on. Kubeka out of Matagorda, he's been on them. And seeing all that and seeing it start to move its way into Texas, deeper down south, it's like, hey, look, they're here for us too. Let's go pursue it. Let's go do it. And if nothing else is available or consistent for us, if we can't figure out the pattern, if there even is a pattern to figure out, why are we going to sit there and struggle and pull our hair out if we can at least go struggle to catch swordfish and then produce results? What did you see? What did you see?
Yeah, what did Kaylee see for the year?
Yeah. Did we steer in the right way, or did we overthink things? You hear all of it.
Y'all overthought a lot. Like when we found our little line and y'all were like, well, we need to go find new grounds. So we just kept pulling swordfish out of the same line that we were going down. And we were like, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, there's that old saying, don't leave fish to find fish, but you do have to have other places to go. Yeah.
I think also there's a lot of times that you overthought about getting that weight off and stressing about it a lot, and
oh, for sure,
a matter of just I guess, doing it enough times.
Well, and the
You're
thing
a
with,
pro at it now.
the thing with our crew is that I have confidence in the gear that we use and the techniques that we use to get the fish to the surface, but somehow through all of this, I became the elected satch weight guy that takes everything off. And so it turned into this, absolutely, it turned into this thing where, like, the moment you hook a fish, it was like, we have 1,800 feet till we even get to that fish. The whole time I'm thinking about that.
But you're already stressed. So what was your highlight for the year, Kaylee? Like,
I don't know. I liked seeing the swordfish jump. And when we got it in the boat, obviously I got very excited because I got sick from it.
Well, that was your first swordfish, though.
Yeah, before we even started swordfishing, I didn't even know they were in Texas. Like, I didn't even know they were accessible to us.
I don't think a lot of people do, though. I mean, it's really not that it's a run.
Yeah, it's always out there.
People think that swordfish are 120, 140, 160 miles offshore.
Maybe we want them to think it's that far, though, too. So.
That's fine. Texas is a fishery where we do travel further. I mean, you're going 20 miles for snapper here.
Right.
Federal season, you're going 20 miles. I mean, we got some really good spots that are 8, 9, 10 miles offshore. But your average commute for even snapper, I mean, our public reefs are 19 and a half miles from Port A or Packery Channel. But I think that was the biggest thing for me, is seeing how many times we did it and how many times, I mean, we had a trip, 3 drops, 3 fish, go back home in time for dinner.
We've gotten spoiled, though, too, folks. So
yeah, I mean,
there's a couple times we've been out there. I don't know if we've had it on the video, but the behind the scenes where we're not getting any bites for like two drops in a row, and we're like, what is going on? What are we doing wrong? But our expectation was to catch fish, but that's that's part of who we are too.
Well, y'all are also a little
we
bit
rejoiced
more,
for a few seconds.
Yeah, but y'all are also a little bit more like serious. Get to the point where I'm like freaking out that we just caught this really cool fish.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times Kaylee's still happy. We're already dropping again.
Yeah, Kaylee's jumping up and down.
Yeah,
being so super happy. We're like, hey, we got work to do. We're going back.
Yeah, we're going back. Dropping.
But you can even hear it, like, even when we caught that first swordfish, and like I was so excited, we're screaming and everything, and both of y'all are like, all right, let's drop back down. And I'm like,
yeah, I think I said, let's go get another one.
That's what I'm talking about, boy.
Let's get another one.
I didn't even see what is laying here on the deck.
We did something to close out our season that we weren't really all that into, which was deep dropping with the electric reel.
Yeah.
Pretty much sworn off electrics. Blessed enough, we had a buddy that let us borrow his electric reel.
But then we hit the gold mine, folks.
Yeah.
We got that one yellow edge, and now we've turned on a little fever with for the yellow edge, though, too. So
I think it's really cool, though, dropping there, like, because you never, like, instead of dropping in 1,800 feet or 1,600 feet for swordfish, like, dropping in 800 feet, you never know what's going to come up.
True, you get a little more variety. Down there.
And we had that shark that we'd never even seen that was poisonous.
that was almost an uh-oh. We're carrying around a shark, and then later on we looked it up, and it's like, oh, that's venomous. Oh,
I think my actual words were, man, that shark doesn't have any teeth, but he has this big giant spine on top of his back. I don't even know what type of shark this is. And we looked it up when we get home. And the shark that Pope calls venomous.
Yeah.
But I've only ever seen those come out of like Florida, like fish that I didn't even know we had here.
What's a whole different world? I mean, there's fish down there that fish ID is totally different when you're fishing there. Luckily I'd been out a couple times, and we pulled up the hake, and you guys are like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's a hake."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Wow, you never seen one before."
I think I've really only deep dropped once or twice, kind of like my sword fishing experience. And
there's some other ones out there that I got no idea what they are. Like that shark, I had never seen.
Or that little snapper, just like some perch, like a little bluegill snapper looking thing, and she pulls it up.
That was interesting.
Oh, I don't even remember what that was called, but it was something so different that I didn't even know.
So what you can probably expect, folks, is as we get into some shows for next year, but we're going to try to deep drop some more and explore that a little bit.
Deep drop. We're going to stay on the swordfish, and I think we even talked about it, is that finding more for us. Finding more for y'all to see and watch us go through it, right? I know we've been talking a little bit about some more sauce.
Yeah.
we've been talking about how to get into some other stuff, maybe doing a couple grouper trips.
You know, what you can expect probably coming here a little bit is, yeah, we're going to start going after the tank snappers that are, once they come in close, you'll see that.
Some who?
Then, and
Kingfish?
we'll get to who in a second, because, you know, I was going to talk
Ryan
about that.
has his little vengeance.
Yeah. Then we'll hit the winter trout and start looking for some big old gator trout there. That'll be new again for me. I haven't done that in many, many years. So kind of like the Bay was this year, right? So, but let's get to that too. But the Wahoo brought up a sour point for me in the year. So that was my low point of the year, folks. So that was kind of before we really kicked the show off. But what we'd like to do is go out and chase the winter Wahoo. And Wahoo, I don't know, it used to be my number one fish. I don't know now. I'm kind of like, you know,
well, I think we
thoughts, but so that was, we did not have a good Wahoo season.
We swung and missed 4 times.
Yeah, well, I think it's back to what Kaylee said too. We overthought it. We go one way one time because the water looked good, then we go another way, and then, you know, some of the people that were just really producing, they went to the same spot every time. And if the who were there, the who were there. But if the who weren't there, what did they do? They deep drop or swordfish.
Do something else.
So it's kind of like we talked about with the summertime. I'll give it a shot. So, you know, going into the wintertime, we'll probably change that up. Hopefully we can put some big who on. But that was my low point for our season. I don't know what was your low point.
As far as like a low point for me, I was just disappointed in the trolling. I mean, we had multiple opportunities at just free swimming fish. We had 1 or 2 times where some mahi'd come cruising up, and whether it was we weren't ready or we jumped one off, you know, that is what it is. But normally at this point in the year, hey, look, you troll 3, 4, 5 hours every morning. We're pretty good at landing on the fish, and just knowing how scattered the fish were. Not that we weren't trying, not that we weren't putting the effort in, but it got hard to put in the effort.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew there was other fish out there. We knew the swordfish were chewing. We're catching 2, 3 a trip easy. Why? Like, to me, it was almost not that I was down on trolling, but I was like, there's so many other opportunities, and we're being successful at something else.
Well, like you talked about
Why?
too, is we're resource limited, right? Just like everybody, like you guys are watching. So we think about that and go, wow, and do I want to go troll for 5 or 6 hours and not catch anything and burn all that gas, or I can go to the sword grounds and be productive, put some meat in the freezer, you know, and give some meat to our friends and that, and versus let's just pull lines around the water for a while. So we got to think about it that way too. But Kaylee,
Yes.
what's your low point? I know what it is.
What do you think it is?
The first GoPro or the microphone?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I was going to say.
yeah.
So Kayla had a little bit production issues twice this year.
Yeah, we lost one GoPro and then we lost a whole set of microphones.
I evolved to have monetary issues now.
So those aren't cheap, folks. But yeah, I mean, it happens, right? We're filming a show.
It's part
Stuff
of it.
happens.
I mean, the thing too is
we just got to give Kaylee a hard time.
Yeah, fish-wise, though, I couldn't catch a flounder to save my life.
well, the worst part about
No snapper
all
either.
this-
You were struggling with the
I was-
snapper.
No,
my
but let's be
gosh.
real clear about something,
I
right?
was
We don't have the
struggling.
footage anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But if we had this footage of now 2 times that Cole has fully committed
I
to
think-
trying to fix your mistakes that of dropping equipment,
I think
in
the highlight
water
of the year would have been you jumping into the water
over a swordfish.
over the swordfish if we had it on video.
If we had it on video,
But now
I'm in
that
prime.
it doesn't exist because we don't have it
no,
on video.
that basically never happened.
Yeah, it never happened.
Did happen. We had that.
All your little mermaid friends can bring our camera back up. If any of y'all actually know, by the way, y'all comment below. How deep will a GoPro survive before it just goes?
Yeah,
We think we have an idea.
It's deeper than 12 feet. That's about as deep as I got, and it just kept going and going and going.
It's important to talk to our subscribers and our people watching the channel what our normal pattern is. So you know, people haven't seen sort of like a full year out of it. So what can you expect?
What is my year going to hold? Well, my year starts on September 1st, right? If I'm looking at a year, when does my fishing license have to get renewed?
That's a good point.
September 1st.
Yeah.
So I look at my year from September 1st until the next September 1st.
Is that for everybody?
Yeah.
Everybody has to renew theirs on the
Yes.
first?
Unless you have a lifelong fishing license.
I don't know that. And I'm the one that does all that.
So going into the end of September, we have a couple cool things that happen. So we have the redfish start running out of the bays
Right.
pretty heavy.
Right.
That's notorious, right? That's all up and down the Gulf Coast, the East Coast. It happens. They run out of these bays. Some places earlier than others. Some places are later. Texas, it's pretty steady, same time of the year, but there's some things that change it, right? And honestly, with the temperature of our bays this year, the way that our weather is trending, it's probably going to be a little later this year.
Seems like everything's a little later this year.
Yeah, so we're probably looking to push that back a little bit. But I do know one thing. We always get a cold front. Day before or day after Thanksgiving. And that kicks us every year into winter trout. Those trout are already starting to put on weight right now. They're not stupid. They're already doing it. And your trout are going to get heavier and heavier and heavier. They're kind of going to retreat to some deeper. They're definitely in deeper water right now. They're going to start putting on some weight, and they're getting ready to make their push. They're going to come up on these mud flats, places with structure, places, with shell bottom, and they're fixing to figure out their winter patterns. So, end of November, quite literally end of November, we're going to start our winter trout fishery. That's going to push through all the way to New Year's for us, really. After New Year's, we'll start looking at the possibility of some who, but it's really weather dependent. I mean,
we'll see what happens in, sometimes we get that little push of who-ish, maybe November. Some of them start showing up December.
Yeah.
So, like we talked about before, who knows what it's gonna be this year?
Who knows?
Who knows? I like that.
And then January and February, that's when, look, I'm keeping everything in my car.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
The Suburban's loaded. We got who reels next to trout reels next to snapper reels.
Just really depends on what the offshore weather is and whether you can get off or not. This last January in the who season, we got out like 2 or 3 times.
I think 4.
Yeah, well, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the year prior. The year prior was worse. And I got out like 2 times. And then this year was a little bit better. We got lucky and got a few more windows to go out. But like you said, you got to keep everything, and you're looking at all the different weather forecasts and going, hey, which way are we going to go?
And we got to go on my birthday.
Yeah, we went on
that's
birthday.
right.
That was fun.
But we
caught something good on your birthday.
Caught snapper?
We caught snapper and a
Big
balloon. We caught a
snapper.
balloon.
Cut a balloon on your birthday.
we had there was
happy birthday
3
balloon.
happy birthday
yeah.
balloons. That was so cool.
That was pre-camera.
Yeah.
That was pre-camera.
That sucks. We could have.
No,
Yeah.
we do have. I have videos of them.
Oh,
on my
perfect.
phone.
So you can cut into that.
I'll tie into that a little bit.
Yeah, those
but
happy birthday balloons are so cool.
We're diving back in. We're keeping an open mind this winter. I mean, I think our plan really is that when we do make it offshore, Wahoo is going to be first at mind.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're both hungry for them.
Tile fishing.
What the year we had, and then Kaylee's right. I mean, we jump into tile fishing, sword
grouper,
fishing.
yeah.
I mean,
Grouper. I want to do.
we got all these spots down south and up north. No matter which way we go, I mean, there's no reason that we aren't filling a fish.
Well,
box
and
one way
sword
or
in the
another.
wintertime is going to be different because we haven't done that yet. So is
Do
what?
you think it gets colder down there?
Nah, the water stays the same temp, kind of all year round. Yeah. Below the thermocline, it doesn't.
It can't get any colder. It'd freeze.
Do you think that they stay cold the whole way up, and then they don't fight as bad?
I bet they fight worse.
I would say the same because the same temperature profile. Maybe it's cooler. Yeah, closer to the top.
What about in
Yeah.
the winter?
I don't know.
Shit.
It'll be interesting to see.
I bet they're mean.
I don't know.
You think of it's cool because there's no thermocline. They just get up on the surface and fight. It's like a marlin at that point.
I don't know. We'll find out. Hopefully.
I think
Let's see,
that
the swordfish.
that
Every fight's
long
been different.
dog fight
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
That mano a mano fight is what keeps me coming back. How do we become the most productive fisherman possible and learn all these good techniques? And then the dog fight's only half of it. The other half is even getting them to bite, much less hooking them up. And I mean, it's just all a process that takes place. And hopefully we can continue to share that with y'all, because I think with me and you and Kaylee as well is that, and we're kind of sharing the process with you like we are trying to with everyone else, is really show you like how to come into it, what it takes. I mean, you're getting a real good idea. I mean, it's not just grab your tackle bag in the morning from the garage and
No,
split.
there's a lot of prep that goes into it.
There's prep that goes into it. There's thought. There's consideration. There's not only where are you going, but how, why, when
Yeah.
do you go? Why are they biting at this time? And I'm a process person. Like, I like the full process from the time we start prepping till the time we come back to the dock and cut the fish up. I love
the experience,
all of it.
the whole experience. Yeah.
Hopefully, I think I can at least speak for me. Hopefully, we continue to just get better, continue to grow,
absolutely.
keep showing y'all exactly what it is that goes into all this. Hopefully, our videos are getting a little more detailed, explain a little more, show a little more of the process.
Well, that was something I was going to say too. Is for all our viewers out there, tell us what you want to see.
Yeah.
What do you want to see us go do? A how to. Is it deep drop? Is it trout? Whatever it is, let us know, because we want to provide that to you guys as well, and it gives us some ideas.
Yeah.
What
we want to share the
what's
full
interesting.
experience to y'all. We just don't want to be not oversharing in a bad way, but we just don't want to go into something that nobody really cares about. You know, everyone's a little different, but we want to feed y'all the best information possible and continue to give y'all the best experience. I mean, I think that's why we wanted to do all this. But guys, like, subscribe,
please.
follow.
Yeah, hopefully you like what you're seeing. There's a lot of good things coming.
Yeah.
Merch. We got some teaser
Wearing
hats here right now.
Got shirts
we
on.
got some shirts. We're working on getting that business line going. You've been doing a lot of that work.
Yeah. Stickers.
So look for that as we sort of expand and get it going. So it's all this is new to us, and so grow with us. And we're doing what we can when we can.
Guys, we are seeing y'all on the water.
Yeah, we like
catching y'all in stores.
We like it.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Come up to us, ask us questions. We will help as much as we can. Guys, we'll catch y'all on the water. Like, subscribe, follow.
Appreciate it, everybody.
Thank y'all for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.
Bye.